Hi everybody. Turn that fan off so you guys can hear me. It's not a video I wanted to do of myself talking. I was hoping to do this video with Mario, but they would not let me see him. No sound. You guys can't hear me? Hi guys. Somebody said no sound, but I'm hoping you can hear me. So I hate even saying this, but Mario's still with us. So let me put that out there. It's not that kind of news. But he is in the hospital. He is at Blue Pearl. He has been there since yesterday. I was hoping to go see him. The doctor just called me with an update at like 2:30, which was not an update I wanted. I was hoping he'd be able to come home, but they want to keep him another night. So I was hoping that I could at least go visit him, and they said, you know, he's good now, he's stable, he's calm, and they really didn't want me coming and kind of getting him riled up or then getting upset when I leave. So as much as that kills me, I have to listen to the doctors. So Mario on Sunday was not feeling well. It's been this poor guy. It destroys me. It breaks my heart. You know, between his diagnosis and everything he's going through, and he's just so happy, and he just loves life, and he's had little setbacks here and there, which is to be understood with, you know, what's wrong with him and his diagnosis. And he the last couple months he hasn't really had a huge appetite like he did, so his eating has kind of slowed down. He's lost like a pound, a little over a pound, but Sunday he was really kind of dumpy. He didn't really want to be in bed with me. He wanted to be on the tile floor, or he would go in his bed in his pen. He didn't want to eat too much all day. He did end up eating. He ate all of his dinner. And then he had vomited a little bit. Just like 2-3 kibbles of food that were like swollen. So I just thought it was like a little regurgitation. Maybe he drank too much water, something like that. And then he did it again overnight, like 3 a.m. Sunday. Again, just a tiny little bit. And then Monday, he did it again, once while we were here. And of course, all the animal hospitals were closed because it was a holiday. And again, it was just a little bit, and he was acting fine. He was eating, he was drinking, he was peeing, he was pooping. And then he did it again overnight, Monday night. So yesterday I decided to take him in. I didn't want to I didn't want to wait any longer. So I took him in. He also had to have a blood test done anyway, because his last blood labs, his thyroid was messed up on them. His numbers are kind of all over the place because of what he's going through and the meds he's been on, all the prednisone he's been on, and you know, the infusion treatments. But his thyroid was pretty off this time. So it was sent to the neurologist. I asked him about it. He said, do not start him on any kind of thyroid treatment, medication, nothing, until you get this very specific testing done. So he had to have the blood work done anyway. So I decided to bring him to Blue Pearl yesterday. They did x-rays and found that his stomach was really distended. He was nauseous. So they started him on IV fluids immediately yesterday. They fasted him overnight, just kept pushing fluids. He went to the bathroom. He pooped, nice big poop, this morning. He pooped again this afternoon. He's been drinking. They said he's stable as far as all of his, you know, heart rate, pulse, blood pressure, all of that. But they redid the x-rays this afternoon, and his stomach still looks a little distended. His intestines and everything look good, but his stomach still looks a little distended. So they didn't want to let him come home. They want to continue IV fluids throughout the night. And they're gonna start a food trial, which they probably already did give him a little bit. They're gonna give him like little meatballs of food, and see if he can keep it down, if it moves through his system. They're gonna continue taking x-rays to see what his stomach looks like, you know, to see if he vomits, to keep pushing fluids. And they want to keep him overnight. I was like, can't I do that at home? You know, and if he vomits, bring him back. And they're like, no, because we really want him here, so that if he does vomit, you know, we've got him right here. We can get him on the x-ray. We can see what's going on. So they're keeping him another night. It kills me that he's going through this. He's already gone through so much, and he's going through so much, and I've only got a short time with him here on earth, and it's just not fair. It's just not fair. But I wanted to update you guys, and let you know what was happening with him. And I did put the donate button on this video for you guys to please make a donation. Like I said, he's been at Blue Pearl, which, you know, is a 24-hour critical care hospital. He's been there since yesterday, and he's gonna have to stay again tonight. So it's gonna be costly. I just want him to be okay. I just want him to be okay, and I just want to take him home. So this video's really hard for me to do, with trying to just hold it together and just give you guys the facts and the update, because I've been a mess since yesterday. I haven't slept, and I just have been continuously praying that he is going to be okay, and he's gonna get through this like he's gotten through everything so far. He has to. He just has to. He just has to. He has to come home. So sorry guys. I just wanted to again, let you guys know what was happening with him so that you guys could say a prayer that he is going to be okay and that he is going to come home tomorrow, hopefully, and that you guys could please donate. Like I said, he's at Blue Pearl, and you know, that's always expensive when we walk in the door of a critical care hospital, especially when they have to stay for several days, which he's now doing, with around-the-clock care and nurses. So if you could please find it in your heart to donate for Mario, I would be eternally grateful. For anybody that's just jumping on now, I'll just do a quick recap. Mario is in the hospital at Blue Pearl. He had not been feeling well since Sunday, and he had a couple of bouts of regurgitation, but he was still eating and drinking and pooping, but he was dumpy and he was regurgitating. So I decided to bring him to Blue Pearl yesterday, and plus he also needed that very specific blood test for his thyroid. So I wanted him to be there as well, because if we needed Dr. Cannon to jump in on the case for any reason, that's the hospital that she's at, and she's the best internal medicine specialist around. So I brought him there yesterday. Was hoping he'd be able to come home today, but I just got the news that they wanted to keep him again overnight. He's been on constant IV fluids since yesterday. He's stable as far as medically, heart rate, blood pressure, you know, lungs sound good. So that's good news. But because he's stable and doing good right now, they did not want to let me come visit, which is really hard. Very, 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 very hard. He has not been away from me for more than 8 hours in 9 months. The only time he has not stayed in his bed at home was the very first night that he had the infusion treatment, and they kept him overnight at the hospital. And the only other times he is not with me around the clock is when he's getting his treatments. So the fact that this is now gonna be 48 hours, possibly, that he's not with me, it's really hard, really hard. And knowing that he's stuck in a hospital and he's not here with me, and he's not coming home, and he's not in his bed. I just need him to be okay. So I would just again like to ask anybody that can to please donate towards Mario's hospital stay, and to also please pray that he has a good night and a good morning, and I get the news that I can pick him up tomorrow. I won't know until tomorrow, but it's still really hard not having him here. So that's my Mario update. Again, thank you to anybody that donated to his hospital bill just now. I'm very, very grateful. And thank you to everybody for praying for him. He needs all of us to pray for him right now. He needs to come home. So thank you all for listening. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold it together. But I will update you guys as soon as I have any other news, whether it's good or bad. I'll keep you guys updated as I know. So thank you guys. Thank you. This is Tiffany, 100 Plus, Abandoned Dogs, Everglades, Florida.